Lesson 4.7, factoring quartic trinomials. Quartic, think of quarter 4, so it's something to the 4th degree or has a 4th power. And then its trinomial's got 3 terms. Okay, so you'll have something to a high power, something kind of in between, and then maybe a constant. So number 1, let's make sure we can't take anything out. Since this is a leading coefficient of 1, we can't take a number, and this doesn't have an x to take out. So your next job would be to think about if this were x squared minus 2x minus 8. Remember how we factored these? We just thought x times x made the x squared. What two numbers multiply to make negative 8 that add to make negative 2, and that would be negative 4 and positive 2. We're doing that same thing, but now we're just going to have to increase these to x squareds. So we'll have an x squared times an x squared. That makes x to the 4th. But our numbers will still be negative 4 and positive 2. Okay, so check it. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Outers would get 2x squared. Oh, I wrote the wrong thing. That's why. Hold on. Fix your signs. And then we get positive 4x squared minus 2x squared is 2x squared, and then 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So it's a good idea to always FOIL in your head real quick. Okay, number 2 is the same kind of thing, but I would rearrange the terms so that I have negative x to the 4th first, then a positive 9x squared, always look in front of the number to tell you what it is, then minus 20. And because this leading coefficient's negative, let's take out a negative out of the whole thing first. But I can't take anything else out. So now that would be x to the 4th. That would change the sign to minus 9x squared plus 20. Okay, looking at just this part, that would get 2 binomials that both start with x squareds. And then I need to figure out what multiplies to make 20 that adds to make negative 9. Have to both be negative, that would be 4 and 5, and then bring down your negative. So if I FOILed this, I would get this again. If I distributed the negative, I would get this again. Okay, number 3, treat it the same way. Put it in order of highest exponent and then decreasing. So I'm going to do negative x to the 5th plus 8x cubed minus 7x. This time I see every term has an x and it starts with a negative. So we'll take out a negative x. That will now make times x to the 4th minus 8x squared. And then that'll be plus 7. Distribute in your head real quick to check if you need to. So then I need to factor one more time. Two things that multiply to make 7 but add to make negative 8 would be negative 7 and negative 1. The order does not matter, and that would be my final answer. Okay, go ahead and pause and try number 4. Okay, your answer should be x times an x squared minus 6 times an x squared minus 1.